What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I want to be discussing dating in Rio de Janeiro based on what I've seen in the last few years, based on my experience. So I want to get to like certain things that I've seen and certain things that I've seen on this trip that I've been here for like almost over like a month now. So I'm going to talk about like the dating aspects that I've seen in Rio. I haven't really dated in other cities, so I really can't compare it to like other cities. I would like to. I will start traveling to other cities pretty soon, so maybe I might get an idea of how it's like in other cities compared to Rio. But I will talk about my knowledge in Rio. I will say, first of all, Rio is a very liberal city. If any of y'all ever come during Carnival, you'll see people kissing like everywhere. You know, guys kissing like random girls. Like it's a part of their culture. Very liberal. Brazil in general is very liberal, but especially Rio, and especially during Carnival time, like you just see it everywhere. Like it's common for you to see a girl like kiss like 3 guys in one day during Carnival, maybe even more, who knows, and guys is for the same thing. So it's a very liberal place to come over here. Can you find a relationship here? Yeah, you can, but it depends how much time you're gonna be here. Now, if you're gonna be staying here long term, you have a better chance. Short term, you're probably just like, you know, just go out and have your fun or whatever. But if you're looking for something serious, you're gonna have to be here a long time, and that's just any country, not just here in Rio or Brazil specifically. So I'll tell you this, guys, when you meet women over here, man, the mistake that I always make is getting their IG. I don't know why I do that, but get their WhatsApp, because if you meet a girl here that you like, and you have a conversation, you strike a conversation with her, and she's feeling you, she'll give you the WhatsApp or whatever. You could get the IG later. I don't know if it matters to you, but I've noticed that when you get a girl's Instagram here, it's kind of just like, it's like, I would say it's even less than 50-50, maybe like 30 to you got a 30% chance that she might come through, maybe not even that. Because I've done it before where I'm going up to a girl and I'm like, hey, you know what, like, what's your name, blah 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 blah. But this is my experience when I've like didn't have the time to like have a conversation because she was with her friends, or like it was like, you know, it was a busy moment. So usually they'll be like, no, you know, I can't, here's my Instagram, message me on Instagram. And sometimes they write back, and then sometimes they don't. But my personal experience, if you could have like at least a 5-minute conversation with the girl, even longer, that's even better, because it increases your chance of getting her WhatsApp. Just don't mess with the Instagram, guys, because then it's just like, do I have had girls come through that I got their IGs? Yes, but it just makes it, like, to me, it just like makes up things a lot more smoother, because if you get her WhatsApp, you already know that she's interested, maybe, and she still might not come through if you get her WhatsApp. But over here, like, I feel like if the woman over here and the Carioca likes you, she's gonna ask you out. She's gonna make, like, I'm telling you, like, Brazilian women in general, like, if they like you, they'll take the bus to go see you. Like, they'll take the metro, they'll take whatever they want, and like, you know, however long it takes, they'll take it just to come see you, just to come spend time with you. That's if they're feeling you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like sometimes when you rush things here in Rio, I feel like the women sometimes give you pushback and be like, oh no, here's my Instagram. So you're just like, and she might answer, she might not, and then she answers, maybe you got a shot, maybe you don't got a shot. But that's why it's always important to establish communication here, guys. I recommend going to like places like the language exchange. You could, now that place you would have time to talk to, communicate with a woman. Like, I met one girl there one time, and we were talking for a good while, and she ended up giving me her WhatsApp or whatever, but she wasn't from here. She was like on vacation, so I just, like, you know, didn't have the time to ever meet up with her or nothing like that. But that's a perfect example how, like, you know, I was able to communicate with her for a good, you know, a certain amount of time. And she's, you know, you meet some Brazilians in that group that speak English, so that language barrier is not so difficult. And the language barrier can be a little bit difficult in Brazil. Not too many people speak Spanish or English, so like that's why I like the language exchange, because you go there, you meet other Brazilians that are trying to learn English. They can speak good English or somewhat alright English, and so like it makes the communication a lot more better, guys. So language exchange is a good place to like get your feet wet. You could do Tinder, but then you're gonna be using Google Translate the whole time. That's why I prefer the language exchange, guys. So another tip that I would say talk about is like where to take a girl out over here in Rio. I would say I would recommend Mexican restaurants. Some people are gonna be like, you're being biased. No, I'm not. You'll be surprised how many Cariocas haven't gone to a Mexican restaurant. So there's a really good one here called Guacamole, and so if you take them to Guacamole, most of the time they're gonna be very impressed. So that's my experience over the years. That restaurant, I've been going to it since I first got here, I think, right? No, I think I went to it the second time I got here. But it's been here for a while. It's very established, very nice. They have live banachi band, very good food. Price range maybe like 50-60 bucks, just depending on how much alcohol y'all drink. But food, if y'all stick to just food, maybe like $35-$40. I don't know. It should be more than $40 for just food. And then alcohol, you might add like maybe an extra $20-$30, but it depends. But I could recommend that. There's a lot of good places to eat over here. A lot of good places you could go on a date. You could keep it simple. That's what I like about dating in Rio too, guys. But I recommend that place. Like if you really like the girl and you feel like she has like an attraction towards you. If not, you could just take her to the beach. You could drink coconuts. You could take her to the movies, or take her to Lapa. Go have like a caparina. So you could keep things really basic here, man. You don't have to go and splurge and go spend like you have to spend $100 like you do in the States, or even more, $200 or whatever. So over here you could keep it real basic, guys. But I'm just recommending that place. Like if you really find the girl attractive and you feel like you got good energy with her, she's feeling you, and you could sense it, then you want to impress her, go ahead and take her then. Then after that, you could like do basic things like just go to the beach or whatever, guys. Also, it's very easy here to meet professional women compared to other countries. Like other countries, professional women sometimes tend to give you pushback, just for the simple fact that they're like, oh, how long are you gonna be here? Oh, you're gonna be here 1 week? Nah, I'm good. Professional women are a little bit more open. Even if you're only here for like a month, they're still open to like going on a date with you and hanging out with you in Rio. Now, in other countries, I'm not gonna get into details, right, about that. But in other places in Latin America, not so much. You meet a girl that's a lawyer, especially if she's attractive, she's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be here 1 week? Nah, I'm okay. And shit. So over here in Rio, it's very easy to meet women that are, whether she's a lawyer, nurse, teacher, engineer, whatever professional career field she's in, it's very easy to meet those type of women here in Rio. And so I usually prefer dating older women here. The women over here also take care of themselves. Like I've got a girl's IG the other day, and I thought she was like young, like 25, 30. Turned out to be she's almost 40. But I met her at the beach, and you look at her body, and she's like, she takes care of herself. She has a body of a young woman. And there's a fitness culture here that I also like. So guys, like, you know, health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? So you could get in shape, and you come over here, it's definitely gonna boost you up. Like girls do like to have their men in shape. Guys here do take their exercising very serious. Like pretty much all the women that I met in Rio always wear exercise. It's very rare for me to meet a girl and I see her IG and she doesn't go to the gym. Usually the girls are in the gym at least 3 times, even 5 times a week. So the women over here like to take care of themselves extremely well, man. So that's why I don't mind dating older women here. Latin America, not so much. I feel like once the woman hits 27, 30, she starts kind of letting herself go. Most of the time, let's be honest, depending on which country it is and depending on the food. But over here, I met a lot of women that are like in their 40s, late 30s, very attractive. Sometimes they don't even have kids. And so, yeah, I prefer dating an older woman because I just think they're more about like more stable. People over here are very open as well. I've met women over here that have opened their apartments towards me, especially if they're living by themselves. Like, oh no, you could stay here. You know, I stayed with one girl that, like a few years ago that I dated, like, you know, for almost a whole month or whatever, and so that was pretty nice. I also say be aware. Sometimes I feel like on the dating here, I never had no problems with the locals. But depending on what scene you're at, sometimes, you know, Brazilian men can, you know, I'm not gonna say like they could be like they could get involved. Like they see you talking to a girl. Usually I'm talking about like just like at a bar or something like that. You know, they'll come in like, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, like, hey, you know what, I want to talk to her as well. So don't be surprised like if you're talking to a girl that you just barely meet and some guy just comes in and starts talking to her as well. It happens a lot here. I've seen it happen many times actually in many cities, not just in Rio. I could tell you some stories, man. I think I talked about it on my live last time. So don't take it personal if some guy like, or even if the girl goes to the restroom and some guy just follows her and tries to like, you know, talk to her right there. So just be aware that you have to have confidence. Don't beat around. That's why I tell you guys, don't beat around the bush. If you meet a girl here, you like her, whether it's at the beach, at a club, at a bar, whatever it's at, language exchange, wherever. Just make the move, you know, get the numbers, and then, you know, just keep it moving and set up a date or whatever. Like I said, there's a lot of great places to eat. And I recommend that Mexican restaurant. If anybody has like questions about it, I could just like send you the link for it on Instagram or whatever. It's called Guacamole, very good. So that's pretty much the dating over here scene. Do I think you can find a good woman over here in Rio? I think if you live here and you take your time, yes, you can. There are a lot of like good women over here that are looking for something serious, but it just depends on the kind of person that you are, man. But remember, the women over here are extremely liberal. So, you know, don't be surprised. Like, don't think because you went out with her on the date that you're the only guy that she's going out with or she's talking to, because girls over here have a liberal mindset. But other cities I've heard are better for dating. Like I said, I don't have too much experience on it, but when I do get the experience or I do see it for myself, I'll definitely make another video like Rio, dating in Rio versus the rest of Brazil or something like that. Or, you know, I already did a video on dating in Brazil, but I'll do like another one, like which city is like my favorite or whatever, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to get straight to the point. Like I said, the women over here are very approachable. Just don't mess with the Instagram, guys. Don't make the mistake that I make. I'm making this video so y'all don't make the mistakes I make. Like, try to have the conversation of 5-10 minutes at least. That way she could feel comfortable and give you the what's up. I sometimes, you know, don't have that time, and I might see a girl and she's walking, like, and so I don't have the time to make a conversation. So I'll be like, hey, you know, do you have IG? And she's like, yeah. I got in some Instagrams from some very attractive women here in Rio, like beautiful, beautiful women. Sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, like, just try to get the what's up. If you can, be like, hey, you know what, I like you. Or don't say I like you, but you can say, hey, you know what, I find you attractive. You know, like, hey, let's go get some dinner. Maybe this weekend you're free. And if the girl goes, no, hit me up on IG, be like, no, I don't want Instagram. Like, I'd rather talk in WhatsApp. I don't have an IG. I don't like the social media. And she see what she says. Like, that way you don't waste your time, guys, because you could get 5 girls IGs, and then like at the weekend comes and you'll be like, you know what, I have a chance, because, you know, at least one of them is gonna come through, and maybe like 2 of them don't even follow you back, and then one of them answers you 3 days later, and then 2 of them are just like, maybe not, they might come through. So yeah, let's not beat around the bush, guys. Like, over here the girls like men that are assertive. So you do have to be like, you know, you have to have that confidence. Like I said, the men over here work out, they dress well when they go out and stuff like that. The men are very much in control when they meet women over here, guys. So you do have to have confidence. Like, if you come over here with shyness, man, all it takes is for that girl to go inside the restroom and some Brazilian guy to go and get her by the arm, and she's gone, bro. It happens, man. So forget the shyness, and don't forget to be like, you know, a little bit manly over here, man. They like that stuff over here, man. For real, they do. And shit. In other countries, not so much, but over here, yes, they do. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helps a lot. I'm going to be doing other videos as I progress throughout Brazil, other cities, and I want to see if I can do some more interviews. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to your channel, and like the video. Please give it a like. I'm almost at 2,000 subs. I'm short maybe a dozen or something. So yeah, maybe one of these days I might get to 10,000. But anyways, guys, until next time, guys, take care.